You're welcome.
Thanks, Eric. Very much appreciated. It's Tuesday, July 22 of 2025. A couple of housekeeping items. If you have a cell phone, would you be kind enough to put it on silent? We always begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. Commissioner Sonata, could you please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. We'll have a moment of silence. Thank you all very much. Vanessa, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sinata?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. We have a quorum. I hope everybody got a copy of the agenda. They're available, I think, over on Vanessa's desk. And we always, during the meeting, have time for public comment, both initially and then both prior to adjournment. If you would like to make a public comment, you're welcome to speak both times. If you only want to speak once, that's fine, or if you're just here to listen, that's also fine. We do ask that your comments be related to county government matters and that you try to limit your time to about 5 minutes if you could, out of respect for everybody's schedules. Item 2 on the agenda, anything they wish to bring before us, but today none of them appear to have anything. So that does take us to public comment. I'll open the floor and see if anybody, I see most everybody in the room has items on the agenda, but are there any public comments at this time? Hearing none. Once again, we'll do this before we adjourn. Thank you all. Under fiscal and contractual, we have 8 repository properties that have been brought to our attention by way of the properties that have not been sold go into the repository, and people can come in and submit bids on those properties. The bids are then forwarded to the municipality in which the property is located, the school district in which the property is located, and then comes to us. In order for the bid to be approved, it must be agreed upon by all 3 taxing bodies. However, if and each body is given one or both of those taxing bodies, it is then deemed approved. So we're going to walk through these, and Chris and Dan, I'll just read them into the record. If you need to stop, we can do so. If at the end, if you're satisfied with all 8, we can take one motion, or we can split them out depending upon your wishes.
Excuse me, Commissioner Vogler. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm the tax director,
Yes.
Brian Bureau. I found there's one typo on the first one. The parcel number is incorrect. It should be 03-076-200, not 700.
Okay, we'll.
And the address is correct. The property is at 503 Court Street. I just caught that looking at the agenda before I came down. Sorry about that.
No, thank you, Brian. I appreciate your.
If you have any other questions, Mary Ann, as you know, the staff member usually handles this. It's out on medical leave, so I've been trying to do her duties and trying to avoid the mistakes, but I did make a mistake on the parcel ID number.
Not a problem whatsoever. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Vanessa, what number would we assign this first resolution? Just referenced, this is a parcel in the 3rd Ward, Kopakchi. I hope I pronounced his name right. Has placed a $500 bid on parcel number 03-076700 on Port Street in the city of Newcastle. This was approved by Newcastle City Council on June 24, and it appears we did not hear back. Chris, any questions? Dan? Okay, thank you. Are you gentlemen willing to keep moving forward? Then we can take one motion at the end if we get to that point. Resolution 184. This is a bid of $605 made by John Myers for a parcel on West State Street in the 6th Ward of the city of Newcastle Council. Approved this back on May 22. We did not hear back from the Newcastle area. Chris? No. I neglected to mention the parcel ID number 06-022700. Once again, that's, excuse me just one second. Thank you. 185 is a junior for a parcel on Wolf Street in the 4th Ward of the city of Newcastle. And Newcastle City Council approved this on May 22 of this year. Dan, any questions on this one?
No.
Chris? Okay, thank you. Resolution 186, our bid on a parcel. And back on May 22, the Newcastle City Council gave their approval for this bid. Mr. Kennedy, any questions? No. Mr. Sanada? Thank you. Resolution 187. Mr. James W. Bailey Jr. submitted a $500 bid on a parcel on Union Street -230700. Mr. Sanada, any questions? Mr. Kennedy? Thank you. Resolution 188. This is a bid made by Philip Douglas in the amount of $500 for a trailer located at 146 Redwood Circle in Pulaski Township, ID number 29-903731. This was approved by the Pulaski Township Supervisors on May 5 and by the Wilmington Area School District on Dan. Thank you. And the final resolution as it relates to repository bids is number 189. Philip Douglas is Drive in the township of Pulaski, ID number 29-903742. The Pulaski Township Supervisors approved this bid on May 5 of this year, and the Wilmington Area School District Board of Directors did likewise on May 20. Dan, any questions on this one? Thank you, Chris. Gentlemen, these are resolutions 183 up through and including 185. You've heard them. Assuming you have no questions, would want that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you both. I'm sorry.
89.
I'm sorry. I did have 183 written down. Thanks for catching me on that. 183 up through and including 185. It's
189.
185 stuck in my head. Play that number, including 189. Did I get it right, Warden?
Yes, sir.
I hope so. Motion, please. We have the motion in a second, and we're all in agreement. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
In our packet are the warrant registers from the County Controller's Office that they submit to us for our review and ultimately for us to accept these documents. They are dated July 17 and July 18 of this year. Dan and Chris, I'll give you time to look them over, and whenever you're ready, I'll take a motion for us to accept them.
I'll make that motion.
Gentlemen, hearing none, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The minutes of the July 15 meeting are in our packet for your review. Chris and Dan, once you've had a chance to look them over, I would be happy to take a motion for approval of the minutes. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Vanessa, under warning, 4 to be precise. First document dated July 9 of this year. It's a public notice of a blasting schedule. Allegheny Mineral Corporation, based in Canning, proposes to conduct overburden and production blasting in compliance with all state and federal laws at its surface mining operations located in Slippery Rock Township of Lawrence County, specifically the Myers mine. And it goes on to talk about the process that will be involved in the blasting schedule. By the way, these documents are all available if anybody wishes to see them. Next document is submitted to our planning office. It's an Act 14 notification letting us know that Denise Slagle of 149 Springfield Drive in Neshannock Township has applied to the Department of Environmental Protection for the reissuance of a National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permit for sewage treatment at that site in Shannick Township. I neglected to ask on the first one, so I'll ask for both of these. Any questions so far, Chris or Dan? Okay, thank you. The third document is also an Act 14 notification, letting us know that Terra Coin has also applied to the Department of Environmental Protection for the reissuance of a NPDES permit for sewage treatment located at 904 East Fairfield Avenue in Shannick Township. Any questions on this document, gentlemen? Thank you. And then finally, we've received correspondence from Summit, Pennsylvania, which is up in Lackawanna County, dated June 17, letting us know that their plan, that William Schneider, the Director of Engineering for BOW Renewables, has applied to the Department of Environmental Protection for under Act 14, 67, 68, and 127. This is for a project known as Washington Solar 1 project, located in Washington Township of Lawrence County. It says here that Washington Solar 1 plans to develop a solar generation project on land located in the Township of Washington. Project includes construction of a proposed solar-powered generating facility with associated access drives, equipment pads, and stormwater management facilities. And I'm looking to see here if it specifically says the location in the township. Maybe I overlooked it. My guess is that there were probably some supporting documents that the planning office has. We didn't get them, did we, Vanessa?
No, I
We
don't
just
have
get the cover letter?
Correct.
So I would suggest anybody who might have an interest in this may want to check with our planning department, assuming there were supporting documents. This matter is in front of the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection. We don't act on these requests. We're simply, by law, it's required that we are given notification of matters such as this. On this one, Dan, any questions? Chris? Gentlemen, these are the 4 documents we've received under written communication. I'll second. Thank you both. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thanks, Vanessa. You're up first today.
Yeah, I think it's just a few events I was able to participate in last weekend. I actually stopped downtown at the concert series, the weekend concert series, and they actually have very nice weather, and they have very good band, a large crowd. And I'm just pleased to see the number of people who were downtown Newcastle taking advantage of it. Also had an opportunity to stop down Mahoney Town at the St. Marguerite Festival that went on for 2 days, and it's nice they've kept that tradition alive down Mahoney Town. It's something that goes back to when I was a little kid when I lived down Mahoney Town. That was always a big event. The club, I think it's the second year it's been brought back, and a very nice event. Yeah, had a baby doll dance on Friday night as an Italian tradition. The club members did that. Had a chance to go to Eden Valley for their community day with myself, with Chairman Vogler and Commissioner Kennedy, all 3 of us. I'll let Chairman Vogler talk about the history when it comes to Eden. As you know about the 100-year anniversary of the ride and all that. I'll leave that to you, but it was really a nice event. It was nice weather, and people turned out for it. Eden Valley is it's a small community, and a lot of tradition and history down there. And, they did it up right, and I was very pleased to be able to participate in that. So those were pretty much those events. Yesterday, we were up in Erie with the Northwest members of Mr. Vogler. Mr. Kennedy was at another meeting that had to be covered by us. So I'll let them talk about that. That's pretty much all I have.
Thank you so much.
Just a good weekend.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we did have a nice time down there. Ran into State Senator Vogel. It's always a pleasure to see him. A couple other things that we were all involved with. Last Wednesday, we all attended the ribbon cutting for the Butler County Community College facility out at Chenango Township at the refurbished plaza out there. It's just looking better and better every day. We were honored to be part of that ceremony. And then Friday morning, the three of us, Leadership Lawrence County, held their graduating ceremonies for the participants in that program. And the Fair Board has renovated the old barn that's right on the Midway. Boy, they've done a nice job with that. That was impressive what they've done with that barn. And then, as Commissioner Sanada mentioned, yesterday he and I traveled to Erie and had an opportunity to meet with other county commissioners from throughout the region. It's a good chance to become better acquainted with commissioners. We're the 25th. There'll be a real nice ceremony open to the public down in the borough of Wampum. They will be recognizing Dick Allen, who will be entered into the Baseball Hall of Fame this weekend. And it's well deserved. Should have happened a long night at the former St. Monica Catholic Church, which is now known as the Chapel, which is on Clyde Street and Main Street. The festivities will begin at 5 o'clock. It's open to the public. They'll have food trucks there, and they'll have different speakers reminiscing about Dick Allen, or as a lot of the folks in Wampum knew him as Sleepy Allen. That was his high school nickname, Sleepy. But if you want to hear some great stories and people reminiscing, I think you'd have a nice, especially if you're a baseball fan, I think you'd have a real nice time. So, thank you both, gentlemen. We'll move on to our first resolution. What number do we start with, Vanessa?
190.
190, and I'll try to remember that. Now, Mary Kelly was supposed to be here, but Ms. Adamo's here, and we appreciate. Would you like? We can wait for Mary if you'd like. I know she said she'd be here, and
And she did tell me she would be here.
we're happy to wait. We can keep moving. If
Unless
that's
there's
okay
something,
with you.
is there something I have to do?
Well, basically, just an agreement with Equifax Verification Services. We usually have the folks come up front so that it becomes part of the record and it's picked up. If you'd like to wait for Mary, that's fine.
I'm fine.
Okay, would you mind coming up and is it Jana or Jana?
Jana.
Jana, okay. And Jana's with our domestic relations office. Is this the first time you've been to one of our meetings?
Yeah, probably maybe like 15 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we're glad to have you back. And please be relaxed.
Yeah, no,
We're not going to keep you long.
I'm actually the person who uses this. So we use it because there's millions of companies now that use the work number for us to verify employment, income, and it also helps us to get addresses, phone numbers for people who are in low pay. So of course our goal is to get money for the children. And a lot of times, most of the time, they never tell us where they're working, if they have a change of address. So that time frame of not having this information doesn't help us. And when we send employment verification to the companies, their response back is use the work number. So without the work number,
Since this is already in place, and based on this resolution, it would be a 1-year renewal of the contract. And it seems here that the contract would be, Equifax would charge a minimum of $5.60 per search during this 12-month period. So essentially, again, this is a contract renewal. All contracts have to come through the commissioners. And if we vote on this today, that will then allow renewal of the contract. I'm going to see if Commissioner Sanada has any questions. Chris, Mr. Kennedy.
The only thing I'll say is, the bottom line says the contract should start July 1st, 2025 through July 31st, 2025. Should that be 2026?
Thank you for catching it. So it's your understanding it's a 1-year contract?
it's a 1 year.
Okay, so Mr. Kennedy is correct. We'll change that second 2025 to 2026. 26th. Thank you, Dan, very much.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Dan. Anything else, Jana, before we take a vote?
No.
Okay. May I have a motion for approval of Resolution 190?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
So thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
As we tell everyone, you're very welcome to stay, but if you have to get back across the street, we understand.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
Next on the agenda is Resolution 191. And we have some representatives from our jail with us today. Warden, are you making the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Warden Wallmeister is with us. Thank you and your gentlemen, your staff for being here. We're here to discuss the process elevators at the jail. And this resolution would allow us to move forward with advertising for these bids. We would place 2 ads, one on July 23, one on July 30, and then the bids would be due by 3 o'clock on August 4. And my assumption is, would the plan be then to open them on August 5 at the commissioners meeting? Does that not give you enough turnaround time?
No, Commissioner, I think that's, what I had told the maintenance manager to only put that date, because I wasn't quite sure what day it would be, but the sooner the better.
Yeah, August 4, if I'm not, and then I think we would then have our public meeting on August 5's office. That would give you enough turnaround time. Does that give us enough time to get it on the agenda? I guess it would. We could list it as an agenda item.
Yeah.
Okay. As of right now, and this is subject to change, but as of right now, there may be 2 weeks in August where we do not have regular Tuesday meetings. That would be the 12th and the 19th. Now, we're always able to schedule special meetings with 24-hour notice, and if we have to do that, we will. But I did want to make that known to you that we are meeting on the 5th. And if you can get this all turned around by the 5th, we can vote, we can have Mr. Prestpine come in, open the bids. Of course, then you have to have the review period where he has to review them and you folks look them over. I guess I'll say this, if I'll speak for myself, hopefully my colleagues will agree. If you would need for us to convene a special meeting to award the bids, I'm willing to do so. I assume you gentlemen would be of a like mind?
Yeah, we need to get this done.
Okay, for a regular meeting and the 26th. And I don't know that you want to wait that long.
No, Commissioner.
And that's fine. And with the consent of my colleagues, we can always schedule a special meeting to award. I've rambled on here. Warden, now, the other thing I'll note, this was discussed at the last prison board meeting. Mr. Sonata chairs. What else can you add to this?
Commissioner, I think you pretty much hit on everything. I've given the specs and everything to Mr. Vanasco, and he's going to review that with Attorney McGore. Get this posted with approval and move on.
The prison board and see what your comments or questions are.
Yeah, this is something we've been working on for a while. I know this is a top priority for jail to get this elevator resolved. And the answer is that we have to replace it. It's not going to be cheap. We understand that. Appreciate your efforts, Ward. I know that you've been trying to get as many folks, companies involved as possible. I know it's not been easy trying to get them. We need to move this as quick as possible. And I know we gave that to the prison board meeting we had last week. And that's where we're at today. So we appreciate your staff's effort. I know just getting people to call you back is difficult.
Yeah, the maintenance supervisor has worked very, very hard on these specs. I believe he did an outstanding job. I'll be sent over to you to take a look at it, but he did tremendous job. I can't say nothing.
Thank you to everyone. Mr. Kennedy, questions?
No.
Okay. And you gentlemen are fine with this process that we're going to follow, and if we do have to convene a special meeting, we'll we'll do all we can to accommodate. Joe, anything? on
No.
your end?
No.
Okay. Well, this is the process of advertising for these bids. And may I have a motion for this resolution?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. If there are no other concerns, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thanks, Vanessa. Gentlemen, we thank all three of you, and we'll be in contact with you, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us, and as we always say, you can stick around, but if you have to head back, we understand.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Thanks to all three of you. Children and Youth Services has 7 proposed contracts. Today we have both Mike Grippo and Lisa Haddad are with us, and we welcome both of you. As we've been doing, if Dan and Chris are agreeable, or if we have to split them out, we'll do likewise. And we always appreciate the supporting document that you've given us. So who's starting first today? Mike, you're gonna do number 192, which is Glade Run Lutheran Services in Butler County.
Glade Run, it's an in-home service. They do have some multiple programs. We added some new programs to them. The one that's most familiar is the one out in the Fruit Mill, the apartment building. Okay, we had them since last year. There's actually a part 2 that's gonna be at St. Joe's. And I think that's gonna run from January. It's a 6-month program to start with, and then it'll be a year the following year. Okay. And also the new program is family group decision making that they were awarded multiple programs. It was hard to break down the rates on everything. They're program funded. Some are by per diem, by day, some are per year, some are for half a year, some are per 15 minutes. So these are all renewal, all the contracts.
Everyone we're talking.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'll start with Mr. Kennedy to see if he has questions. None. This one, this first one. Okay, thank you, Dan. Chris? No. Okay, thank you. Nctv45, which is a contract with Dr. Terry O'Hara from Allegheny County.
Yes. We use Terry to come in and do forensic interviews and parental capacity. So he comes in and does that. We've used him last year. Very knowledgeable, very renowned knowledge for his work. So we use him for that. So.
I'll see if Commissioner Sonata has any questions. Oh, Dan, anything?
No.
Okay, thank you. Number 193 is Pathways Adolescent Center, based in, did I get the number? Yeah, 194. I think I misspoke again. 194, Pathways Adolescent Center based up in Venango County. Incidentally, forgive me for a sidebar. When you visit Northwest Commission's office in Oil City, they're right across the street. Next time you're up there, you'll probably see the sign for Pathways. I'm sorry.
No, that's
Who's
fine.
doing this one? Mike?
Pathways actually, it's a group home and they've grown and they've added. Actually, last time I was up there, they bought the pizza hut.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
So they're expanding. Again, they have many different percent. But one in particular, the complex cases, is one that we do right now. Have somebody in, but we have roughly. CYS has 4 currently there, and JPO.
This ad that Pathways has been very accommodating to all of our needs. When we have a critical case or when we have an extraordinary case, they are doing everything they can to help accommodate us, and I just appreciate their services.
That's good to know, and by vehicle, they're slightly over an hour away. They're not that far away, at least their main office. Right. Yes, so that's good to know. Thank you both. Dan, any questions? Proposed resolution 195 is who's going to talk about that
I mean, it's a shared contract. A couple years ago, we had 4, JPO had 4. Last year, we had 3, JPO didn't have any, and we currently have 2 there. They range from about a 3 to 7% increase, depending on what unit they're in. Again, it's shared. They have a group home and a foster care. So,
Just add, this is probably one of the, if you think about like the big 3 or big 4 type facilities for residential kids, Adelphi is probably one of the ones that are up there. So they are able to accommodate a wide variety of youth, obviously from the dependent side all the way to the delinquent side. They're probably, like I said, one of the big 3.
Helpful to know. Dan, do you have any questions on this one? Chris?
No.
Thank you. Number 196 is a local organization based here in the city of Newcastle, Pray Youth and Family Services, Inc.
This is a contract specifically with juvenile probation. They handle all of our community service needs in the community. So we refer to them, they take care of the hours, they provide supervision. We expanded the community service into add a sanction program that runs on Saturdays. So based upon referral, they are able to take the kids for a good 3 or 4 hour time frame where they're able to work with them individually. More of a sanction type thing. They're also doing community service hours during that time for non-compliance throughout the week. Used as a sanction program, but also we have a rewards part to that as well. So once a month, we're able to refer positive kids to activities such as potentially going to the movies or going to mini golfing or something on a reward nature to, enhance that that drive for doing well and being successful.
Thank you for that information. Commissioner Sanada, any questions? Commissioner Kennedy? Thank you. Next would be number 197. This is Justice Works Youth Care based in Allegheny County.
So while this is also a renewal contract, we have yet to use their services. We just like having them, dare I say, in our back pocket at the moment should the need arise, that we are already in contract and could provide services. We will probably most likely be writing into our needs-based budget this year for services starting in the next fiscal year so that we can have monies already allotted for them. They have a few programs that we would like to use, but we just don't have the budget for it yet. But like I said, just having that contract available, should we need that, we would appreciate having a contract with them in place.
Good to know. Thank you. Chris, any questions? Nope. Dan? Thank you. And then I believe the last one is number 198. This is an organization known as Outside In School of Experiential Education.
Dual contract, specifically I think with JPO, I don't know if CYS has used them yet. Mostly the service that they provide for us is inpatient drug and alcohol, which is also run through MA funding. So typically it doesn't have a cost associated per se if the juvenile meets criteria through an evaluation that costs are picked up for us to be able to use for drug and alcohol treatment.
Dan, any questions on this final one? No. Chris? No. Okay. Gentlemen, you've heard these would be resolutions. Let's see if I get this one right, Vanessa. 192 up through and including 198.
Correct.
Oh, okay. May I have a motion for approval of these resolutions?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Thank you both. Final concerns or questions? Dan, anything? No? Chris? No. Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Hey, we always enjoy having you here, and we learn a lot. You fill us in on what these folks do and how you interact with them, and that's always good to know. So, the question is, will we see you next week?
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Have a great
You haven't
day.
been known about her yet, but hey, I'll say
Either or.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bruce Peterson is our chief assessor of the county, and Bruce, I appreciate it. I think since these matters, at least at one point, I think were involved with some litigation.
They were.
They're not now, but since they were, I'd like to take each of these separately for the record. But my understanding enacted a law that was signed by the governor that would allow certain entities to become tax exempt. And the way in which the law was written, granges and an organization such as one that's in front of us, the Masonic Temple Association of Elwood City, could apply for the tax exempt status. And we've had the matter went in front of the Board of Assessment Appeals, and I believe at one point, Bruce, it did go upstairs to the third floor into the courts, but that with additional conversation and discussion and consultation amongst the legal counsel, they were able to reach an accord, which brings us back to where we are today. So the three entities located in Mahoning Township, the Liberty Grange, which is located in Scott Township, and the Masonic Temple Association of Elwood City, which is located in the borough of Elwood City. The first one in front of us is 199, which is the Mahoning Valley Grange. And I'll let you, if you could maybe fill in the gaps that I probably neglected to talk about, and then if we can zero in on this first one.
Yeah, in December of 2023, the General Assembly did enact a provision to the Purely Public Charity Act, adding fraternal organizations, and they can now be eligible for exemptions. It now falls under the provision where it's available to apply for exemption, which they did. They came to the Board of Appeals. There were other court cases going on in the state at that time, so the board didn't make a decision. They sent it up to the Common Police Court. And in the meantime, the Dauphin County Common Police Court granted a Masonic Temple full exemption in May of 2025. So that's what brought us to this point.
Do I recall correctly that was there a provision in the law, this new law, that required that the organization had to be in existence for 100 years, or am I mistaken?
That's one of the provisions. They have to be in existence for 100 years, and they can have no alcohol sales or a liquor license at any time.
During that 100
During
years,
that
or
100
currently, and or currently,
Yes.
yeah.
So the Masonic Lodge, well, we're on the Mahoning Valley Green, they fall under that category. We were in court, I think we had two hearings in regards to this and came to the agreement with the attorney. They did meet the requirements under the new act.
Which leads us to where we are today. The action we'll take today will then allow them to, will they have to reapply to you, or does that application maintain itself, so to speak, and then we're just acting on?
We're going to act on beginning January 1st of 2025, they should be fully exempt.
Will your Board of Assessment Appeals have to do anything further, or is what we're doing today, will that end this
I
process?
believe we will have a resolution at the Board of Appeals meeting first Wednesday in August.
Okay. I'm not a lawyer, but that makes sense to me.
Yes.
Again, we're speaking right now presently of the Mahoning Valley Grange in Mahoning Township. I'm going to start with Commissioner Sonata to see what questions he might have.
The only thing, Bruce, is one of the provisions that they have to do community service. They have to do so much community service for qualify for this exemption.
That's true. They do have different, I think Mahoning Valley Grange has programs with the fire department. They donate some of their services and different things that they actually do.
I know that I'm familiar with the Mahoning Grange. I know they do a lot for the community, as well as the Liberty Grange, to my knowledge, that they very often try to help the community. So I just want to make sure that was one of the provisions, though. I thought
That was one of the provisions.
okay, so they would qualify.
Thanks, Chris. Mr. Kennedy, any questions on this first one?
No.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion for proposed resolution 199?
I'll second.
I'll make that.
Thank you. Thank you both. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. We'll move on to Resolution 200, which this is applicable to the Liberty Grange, which is located out on Route 108 in Scott Township. And basically, everything we just talked about would apply to
It's
them.
very closely related. The attorney that represented both of these entities for the Monty Valley Grange and the Liberty Grange. So it was basically one case that we were going with that.
You know, the interesting thing is, and I'm old enough to remember, we used to have numerous granges throughout the county. And I won't begin to start listing them because I'll probably forget some. They were all over the place. And it's my understanding we're Mr. Kennedy, on this resolution 200, do you have any questions? Okay, thank you, Mr. Sonata. May I have a motion for resolution 200?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Masonic Temple Association in the borough of Elwood City, specifically at 510 Crescent Avenue. It's right down the hill from the high. And once again, Bruce, I'm assuming that in your review of this, they meet the requirements of this recently enacted law.
They do, and they were closer in resemblance to the Dauphin County decision during that Masonic Temple exemption in May of 2025. Masonic Temple down in Elwood City with through the courts.
I believe Attorney Piatek handled the Granges,
Yes.
is that correct? I remember having a conversation with him about it. So, two good attorneys. I'll start with Mr. Kennedy on this one. Any questions, Dan? Chris, anything? No. Okay, this is resolution 201. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you, Vanessa. Bruce, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate all your work on this and a good day.
Thank you.
Under the Commissioner's item, this is proposed resolution 202. We have noticed out on the Stavish Bike Trail, in fact, Mr. Sonata and I were talking about it, he has a bicycle. I would imagine the damage was caused by water runoff, I believe, on part of the trail. And our engineering firm sought out quotes from contractors to address this issue on the Stavish Bike Trail. And the quote is below the threshold, not only for sealed bids, but also for the verbal, yeah, because that's roughly $12,000, I think.
We usually go anything over.
Or this quote that we received, scratch the word bid. And they will repair this damage for an amount of $6,620. I believe the planning office worked closely with them on this. Do you have more to add on this one?
No, that's all I have. It's, my understanding is storm water.
We had heavy rains this year. Chris, you were just on the trail, but do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I seen it, and there was a major hole. I believe they went out on Friday, and they did repair it. I went on Sunday just to check, and it was fixed. Gravel was there. I think they fixed 2 different zones where the major hole is at. And right now, it's probably about a mile into the trail up in Union Township. So I know that's going to be part of our what we do. So I host on safe again. I haven't been able to go very much, but I went about a week ago. I went for the first time, and I saw the cone and I saw the hole. It was bad. And I went back this Sunday and it's fixed. So I'm just glad to see that because it's been out on the trail. We have a beautiful trail, and a lot of people use it. But we don't want anyone to get hurt. I commend them for adding the color and putting safety factor there, but it only gave very small zone in past this. It's done.
Thank you. Mr. Kennedy, any comments?
No.
Okay, thank you. Joe, you're comfortable with everything?
Yeah, yes.
May I have a motion for resolution 202?
I'll make the motion.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. We have a proposed budget amendment. This would be resolution 203. This comes to us, relates to our public safety department. They have received some revenue that was not budgeted for in three sections. So it's all comes from the pre-disaster mitigation, I want to say grant.
It is.
SBA grant, thank you. And the total, no, I don't have a total, I guess, but is the total on here? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
Commissioner, I did see an accounting error.
Oh,
Came through with it.
okay.
I believe the total should be $33,431.97.
Yeah, that looks to be right. Yeah, I'm seeing what you're
Instead
saying.
of 34.
You gentlemen, did you both gentlemen catch that?
Yes.
The way it's worded on the first page, on the front page, given what you've just said, then it's maybe not quite accurate the way it's. If you look at this, you would think, well, we got 111.97, then we got 33,320, and then we got. Or am I misreading it?
Well, two are revenues coming in, and the third one is an expense account. Means that's what's going out the door.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, gentlemen. Boy, I'm having a bad day today. Yes, you're absolutely right. The first two say revenue, third one says expense. If I had paid more attention, I'd have noticed that.
It's Mary's fault. She had you back there trying to do something. Smart, messed you all up.
And it's my own fault. I can only blame myself. Okay, so the revenue total $33,431.97. And we are amending public safety's budget to that effect. I'll see if Mr. Sonata has any questions.
No.
Sorry for muddying the waters like that. Thank you, Chris. Dan?
Nothing.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion for resolution? Thank you. We'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Two transfers are in front of us. The district attorney is asking for a transfer from within his budget. He's asking for $1,700 to be taken from his travel and training line item and going into his equipment lease line item. And the coroner's office is $4 to be taken from his lease line item and put into his telephone line item. Dan, any questions? Chris?
No.
May I have a motion to approve these two transfer requests?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you both. We'll ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thanks, Vanessa. Basically, we just have one announcement today, and that is that this board will reconvene 1 week from today, Tuesday, July 29, at 10 a.m. in this room, and it's open to the public. Speaking of the public comment, anybody have any public comment at this time? Hearing and seeing none, I'll see if my fellow commissioners have any closing comments. Mr. Kennedy? No, sir. Mr. Sonata? No. All righty. And also, Joe and Vanessa, any last concerns? Okay, thank you both. Thank you, everybody, today. And may I have an adjournment motion?
I'll make that.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Right in the black.